In this module, we are talking about the Gradebook in Blackboard Ultra. It's a multifaceted tool that touches nearly everything that we do inside an Ultra course. And so there will be a series of videos and quick quizzes here. So let's get started. I'm in the regular content area and I've got things cleaned up quite a bit compared to prior videos. Going to go into the Gradebook tool. So I access that via the top menu, which is how we get to a lot of things in our Ultra course. And when I do that, you're going to see a busy page here with lots of different items. I want to start mainly by differentiating the list view, which is represented by this 3 lines icon in the upper left corner of the screen, with grid view, which is sort of how people expect to see a spreadsheet workbook or Excel spreadsheet, if you will. So those are the two sort of views of the Gradebook. I'm going to go back to list view and talk about the things you can do inside of list view. List view is divided into 2 major functions: the gradable items and the students. So I have a lot of pretend students in this course. I want to talk about gradable items first. So right now I just have 2 gradable items inside my fake course. I have a quiz and I have a lesson plan assignment. So just at a glance, you'll see that from my quiz, I only have 1 of 101 quizzes submitted for this gradable item. For my lesson plan assignment, I only have 1 submitted out of 101, and I have 1 to grade. Whereas with my quiz, all are graded. And that's because the type of quiz I set up requires no human intervention. All the quiz items are true, false, multiple choice, or matching. Also, we could count hotspot in with that, and the system has assigned a grade to each of these. So straight away, if I want to see more information regarding either of these gradable items, all I have to do is put my mouse in the row that represents that item and give a click. So for the quiz, what you'll see is that it tries to sort this list from completed to non-completed by alphabetical order. So you'll see completed by alphabetical order and then non-completed by alphabetical order. And so this grade was posted. This pretend student got a 40 out of 50. And there's some things I could do from inside this menu. So for example, if I hit the 3 dots over here, I could add or edit exceptions. I can hover over here and manually override the grade if I wanted to, or I could simply click the student name and then get the results and their particular selections for each quiz item. And if I want to, I can type some feedback here and save that feedback. The student can receive that feedback when they log back in. So if we look at the assignment where human intervention is necessary, I just click on that. It does the same thing. It shows where the student's status is submitted and tries to put those up at the top. And if I want to grade that attempt, I just click on the row that represents that particular student's attempt. And then you'll see the inline reader where I could use the tools inside this reader to mark up the assignment. So I could use that as a feedback mechanism. I can also just type student feedback in sort of general terms here. Assign the grade. Now we haven't talked about rubrics or anything of that nature. So we could hit the 3 dots here, add or edit exceptions. Within this feedback for student text editor, we could also add an attachment. We could also upload video to YouTube and attach video feedback to this particular feedback area. And then we can hit submit. I'm not going to give any feedback at this time. So I'm going to hit the red X in the upper left corner. So this is gradable items inside of the list view for the Gradebook. Let's go to students now. And you'll notice that I don't have any access to the particular gradable items from within this view. What I get is the name, student ID, the username, the last time they accessed the course, the overall grade. Now, I can sort by last access to get at that preview user, which is the most active user in this course. And then from here, I can hit the 3 dots and either message the student directly through the Blackboard system, or I could set up some accommodations relative to due dates and time limits on assignments and tests. So that's a little bit of an advanced feature. I'll cover that in a future video in an optional content area for anyone who's interested. So if I click an actual student's username, then I can get at the gradable items for that student. There's also a student activity window here, which will let me see approximately how long they've spent in the course based on day. And I can get a graph, or I can get an actual list. And I think that list goes back about a week. This is a fairly new feature. So I'm going back to the student's view under the list view for the gradebook. So that in a nutshell is the list view functionality. And in the next video, we will talk about the grid view.